Hello, this is Rail-Ryder and happy Halloween! It's a coincidence that this video came out on Halloween. I just upload videos every Friday and this Halloween lands on a Friday. Now, here is something scary, horrifying, and terrifying to the people and rail fans of Minnesota. We're about to lose Northstar! Yeah, the service is going to be replaced by bus service because of money shortages. Now, before I get to why it's closing, let me tell you the history about it. Planning began in 1997. It was finally opened November 16th of 2009. They only have one route in the entire system, and only 7 stations. The route is 40 miles long, which is 64 kilometers from a Big Lake to downtown Minneapolis at Target Field. Tracks are owned by BNSF, however, the Amtrak Empire Builder also run on those tracks. Now, I've never ridden on Northstar before. When I've ridden on a commuter train, it was Metra. Metra is probably much less likely to close down than Northstar. I mean, Metra is a much bigger commuter system than Northstar. I mean, it has a staggering total of 11 routes, which is a lot for a single commuter railroad. Northstar only has one. Now, ridership has been growing, but that was only before the year 2020. In 2020, you know what happened. Very few people rode the train because of the pandemic. They were hoping the ridership will grow after 2020 when this pandemic is over, and it did. Way too slowly. Maybe it's because 2020 had taught people how to work from home, and then people decided to do that from now on. Maybe that's one of the reasons, but now they're not attracting enough passengers to make a profit. But I do not think it's just 2020. I think there has been some more bad decisions that led to this passenger service closing down. Like the fact that there's not enough trains in this schedule. Only 4 trains for each direction on weekdays. There's more, like the fact that this train doesn't go to St. Paul at all. Another big city that's close by. I mean, seriously, don't you think anybody in those small towns would want to go to St. Paul? You could have attracted more passengers if you've done that. Lastly, despite the fact that it shares track with the Amtrak Empire Builder, it doesn't share a station with Amtrak at all. Not even the big city station. It's like the train is intentionally trying to avoid Amtrak. I can name a ton of Metra slash Amtrak stations, or Sounder slash Amtrak stations, or New Jersey Transit slash Amtrak stations. You name it. Northstar is the only commuter railroad I know that shares tracks with Amtrak, but not a station with Amtrak. I can't think of a good reason for Northstar to do this. All their stations are like so far away from the nearest Amtrak station. That shouldn't be too hard to turn one of those stations into an Amtrak station. I mean, if they do that, then people from those small towns can take a Northstar to the Amtrak station and hop aboard an Amtrak, making travel easier. I mean, both the Empire Builder and Northstar both use low-level platforms. Now, service is gonna finally close down when the Vikings' regular season comes to an end. Because a ton of people are gonna take a train to the sports stadium. But what if the Vikings make it to the playoffs? I'm sure a ton of people would want to go to those games. I really hope those Vikings don't make it to the playoffs. There is some good news happening out of its closure. Okay, guys, just let me explain. It's going to help with Amtrak's shortage of passenger cars. Amtrak, as you know, has a shortage of passenger cars because the Horizon cars corroded. If Northstar closes, some of its cars will go to Amtrak. They can't be used on inner city routes, their seats are not designed for that, but the Hiawatha, which is the shortest Amtrak route, is perfect for those Northstar cars. Then the Hiawatha's Simon's Venture cars will be used on other Midwest routes. So what do you think, guys? Do you look forward to riding those passenger cars on the Hiawatha? Now, I hope you all guys have a happy Halloween, and now a moment of silence for Northstar. Rest in peace, Northstar. Rest in peace.